Welcome. Yeah. So how was your experience on Big Brother?
My experience was like a roller coaster ride. Because you know when you're about to start a ride, your adrenaline is like already buzzing because it's about to go, and then it just shoots. And oh man, it was thrilling. I'm not gonna lie, there's no experience like it. I can't liken it or compare it to anything. It was absolutely thrilling. The ups and downs of the ride were still thrilling. Yeah.
Before we go into the questions, right?
Yeah.
I don't know, I saw somebody else as well.
Yeah.
That was really fascinated about your lashes. I think you're the only girl that kept the lashes like the whole time.
Yeah.
Is it like that?
Guys, I can explain. So I know how to apply lashes, right? Even on my social media. I don't know if my video's still there, but I left it there before I went to the house where I was teaching people how to do their individual lashes or cluster lashes. Others call them W lashes. So I can explain what happened. What happened was throughout the year, I was doing a lot of individual lashes. A lot. So my own lashes, guys, are finished. They're gone. So I was like, I can't look like an alien because they were really, not even a little bit was left because of just how I was practically damaging my own lashes. So I was like, I'm going to just do my W's and I'll be fine. And I'm a lash girl, honey.
Okay, going back to the questions, right?
Yes.
What was your most memorable moment in the house?
I have a lot of memorable moments. I think I'll start it by saying my entry. I feel that I was very nervous, but when I walked in on stage talking to Smash, very nerve-wracking. I don't even remember what I said to him. And then walking into the house, that was so memorable. You know, hugging everyone, getting to, meet everyone for the first time. And I think I introduced the game the first night because I was like, we're gonna chill and talk, but let's just play something that we can play. So the first night, I introduced the game. We played it, a bit, and then I fell ill. That was not so nice, but that was pretty memorable. Winning Queen of Umlilo twice on the wager tasks is something that, it's like a badge of honor. I really enjoyed that, and that was getting all the W's that I got in the house, and the wins that I got in the house were very nice. The last one that I participated in was Robertson's, and that for me was very nice to actually bag it, because you get tired of losing. Because you can only take so much L's. So it was nice to win. I'm going to be very honest. I'm very content in how I played my game. I think with the information I had, under the circumstances I was in, with the tension, with the pressure, with the sensitivity of how everything was in the house, it's like cabin fever. It makes people react in certain ways. We're all going to react a different way. So I'm going to show myself grace and just be kinder to myself. I don't think there's any more that I could have done. Maybe that answer might change, in the next couple of months. But Gail, you should have. But today, because I was just evicted last night, right, it's okay.
Okay, as Siphesihle, if we'll get to listen to her on the radio, see her present on TV, or if she will release music?
Oh, definitely. God willing, by God's grace, my mouth to his ears, please. I'm ready. I'm ready. Hey, if I can just get that recording, do something. Let me get something. I'm willing. I think when it comes to music, I think I've expressed how music has been my escape from a lot of situations. So even in the house, every time I would sing, I felt very centered. I felt more myself. It was very self-soothing. It was just a coping mechanism, honestly. And my singing was on autopilot, guys. I didn't even feel like I was singing because I was just always singing. So definitely the music is coming, guys. I'm gonna push for that. And the radio, I would like to get a lot of training. And just because I really like to show respect to you know, when you do something, try your best to do it well. So I would love to get training. I would love to learn more so that I can do better at it. So the presenting, the radio, I would love that. Let me just get the training, guys, and it's coming. It's coming. And others in the house felt that I could act. I know Nzuku did a lot of acting, so she complimented my acting. Sweet Guruva complimented my acting. Aboba complimented my acting. So I was like, okay, I will hidden talent showing up. So that is something I also kind of foresee in the future. And yeah, I'll try not to limit myself and just go for the sky. I felt like I was singing enough in the house, but maybe it wasn't perceived that way. But guys, I really sang. If I wasn't singing in the shower, I was singing in the kitchen. If I wasn't singing in the kitchen, I was singing during tasks. You know, if I wasn't singing during tasks, I was by the pool area singing. And even Smash was like songbird, you know, because I think I was really always singing. But I also would understand if it's not perceived that way. But I'll sing more. If people want more, I'll give them.
Your friendship with Jojo,
yes,
is it going to continue outside of the house?
Jojo is such a lovely person. And I like her so much. And I think right now, I don't know. I think we'll see how the outside is like for the both of us and if it's something that can continue, you know? Yeah.
Okay.
This is spicy, nah?
Okay. Ask Siphesihle why she said she was single in the intro.
Oh.
Right.
Intro.
But sang my boyfriend in the house.
I never said I'm single in the intro. My intro, actually, I spoke about my relationship, and then I spoke about my boundaries, that there are certain boundaries that were set, you know, that I had decided on as well, that, you know this, know that. So my intro was about that. I've never uttered those words of single. And I mean, sometimes information gets lost, you know, so it's fair, but no, I was always honest about my relationship.
Okay, how did you feel about the situation where 4 girls isolated you, make you feel lonely? Some even gossiped about you loudly.
It was okay, guys, it's a game. And it did hurt my heart. I'm human, so I felt it, you know, and I think I even said in one of my diary sessions that this week or the last week before I left that I really feel alone, because the girls have gravitated towards each other and have definitely outcasted me, you know, something that I never thought I would experience, because I believe I am a girl's girl. My community and my friends are mostly women, so it was very interesting to see the boys kind of accommodate me more and chill with me more than the ladies. But at the end of the day, it's a game, and the ladies are allowed to do what they feel is comfortable and genuine for them. But I'm not gonna pretend that it didn't sting a little. It did, but I quickly got over it, because I'm cognizant of the fact that it's okay to do things alone. It's okay to be alone, and I've done life alone. But at the same time, I'm grateful because I knew that outside I have a community of people that love me and I love them. So I didn't feel much, but I felt something.
Okay, before I ask you this question about Nate, right? I wanted to find out about the argument that you had with Nzuku.
What happened?
Yeah, what happened?
Oh no, it was simple. I was doing Mshini's hair, and we were just having a conversation about how we are broke and unemployed. And we're just speaking about how unemployment sucks, because I relate, and everyone in the room could relate. Uyanda was saying there's a time where he was unemployed and had to volunteer. Zuko was explaining how she was also unemployed and with her qualifications. Mshini was explaining as well how she had to practically resign for her job. And I was actually having the conversation with Mshini because both of us had to practically resign for the opportunity. And even before that, we're just speaking just about being broke. So what made that transpire is that I raised the point that, yo guys, it's so frustrating with the cost of living that you will also find yourself working, then you get paid on the 25th, And then on the 1st of the next month, debit owners have finished you. You don't have anything, So that's where it started. And I clearly and loudly and boldly stated that being employed is amazing and it's so much better, and it's so much easier to navigate life with a salary and to have something into your account, be it 5,000, 10,000, 11,000, 30,000, 40,000, And what made that conversation escalate is the fact that now Nsuku just misunderstood me and said I am downplaying unemployment. And I was just so confused. I was like, what are you saying? Because I know unemployment, I've experienced unemployment. I'm fortunate that I haven't experienced unemployment for 5 years, 4 years, 2 years, what. But there is a year to 6 months where I wasn't working as well, where I wasn't receiving a salary, where I was also dependent on other forms to, you understand, family or, So, and it triggered me a lot in the last week because I expressed that I know how it feels like I am a victim of unemployment because my parents lost everything when I was 9 turning to 10. That's like grade 4. So they lost the houses, they lost the cars, they lost everything, investments gone wrong, a lot of things gone wrong because life happens. You can plan and plan, but life happens. When they lost everything, in a way, my parents were unemployed, extremely unemployed, and life was very difficult for me. And it was very difficult for me to be vulnerable about this, but I felt the need to share my story. It's okay to share your story because you never know who you're helping or motivating or encouraging. So, and a lot of people have a misconception about me that maybe I'm okay or I'm financially stable or I come from, I have a silver spoon. I don't. It's just that I do carry myself a certain way and it can be perceived as I come from money. I don't. And when I go to give a detailed breakdown of the things I've been through due to serious financial constraints, no child deserves to go through that. No adult deserves to go through that, So it was very my bringing or childhood. I think I even touched that I wrote my grade 11 with no electricity because at that time, electricity cannot be paid for. I relocated a lot because we got evicted a lot. Because we lost the house, you're renting, you're going to get evicted, I expressed a bit of period poverty, you understand? I expressed that I had one of my best friends bring me clothes at school, so on casual days I could wear CVs like the other children, Guys, I can give a list of things I have experienced that even some of the housemates have not experienced, and not to now gain pity, not to gain sympathy, but just to say that it doesn't matter what you've been through. If you really want to do something, try your best to go for it and pursue it. So that conversation triggered me because I did not have a soft upbringing, like others, and there's nothing wrong with having a soft upbringing. That's why we're working. So I'm in Big Brother because I know that I want my children to have a really nice soft upbringing. Like I need to work hard and give them that life, you understand? And not to take away from the fact that my parents worked so hard all their lives to lose stuff. It happens. And that's just what happened. And that conversation, again, I don't know what was shown, but that conversation started from there, where I was like, I could never downplay unemployment. I am a victim of unemployment. I know how stressful unemployment is, especially in a country where the unemployment rate is as it is. I will never be desensitized to that situation. I'll never act better. How do I act better when my own life, even the school I went to, my mom was fighting for my bursary to stay in that school. I could have been taken out to go to another school that they felt she could afford. But my mom was like, my child is not going anywhere because from what I know, you guys are allowed to hand out bursaries due to this and this and this. And here is proof that there is no income. So I've been through a lot when it comes to financial constraints that a family experiences due to loss of money and stuff. So that conversation was very unpleasant for me, or that altercation was very unpleasant for me, but I believe that I've cleared the air and I've made it clear. Even to Unsuku, we went back and forth about it until she understood exactly what I was saying. That listen, all I was saying is that it's also frustrating to find yourself waking every day to go to work, but the cost of living and the way things are, you find yourself that paycheck finishes in an instant. Yeah.
So that was not part of my questions, right?
Yeah.
That was not part of my questions, but I think it was good that I asked you that, because
Thank you.
it looked like you really wanted to explain yourself about what happened.
Yes.
Because it was just a lot. Regarding Nate,
Yeah.
most people are saying that you, Shini and Abobo, you guys never liked Nate.
You know that thing, I won't even go deep into it, because at the end of the day, we all know it's a game. However, I could see, Nate is such a cool girl, and I say this, and I think even with conversations I've had with her before, it wasn't a matter of I don't like Nate. I'm a retaliator. If you're going to show me that you don't like me, then it's only fair that I give you the same energy that you are giving me. And that's honestly how I can summarize it. There will always be a clash of personalities, or just people that just don't gel, but for me, I didn't just wake up one day and randomly be like, I don't like Nate. That was never the case for me. There was no one that I felt like that in the house. Like I didn't feel like that about anyone. But if I'm gonna see and hear that you don't like me, I will give you the same energy. And that's all that happened there.
Okay, so another person is asking regarding Nate again, and say, please ask Siphesihle why she didn't approach Nate directly, but used her name for media rounds for 8 weeks.
So I will say again, certain things you really don't need to reiterate them. Certain things in the house, you don't need to reiterate them and repeat them again, because vice versa, she never also approached me on her issues that she had with me. Remember, you're in a house with a lot of people. A lot is being said about you. A lot is being discussed and just broken down, and it will eventually get to you. And it will also shock you that how this is what's being said. This is what's, So for me, I will always say that the issue didn't start with me on my side. Obviously it would have definitely been mature to have a sit down with her and to be like, girl, let's talk, what's going on. That would have been the mature thing to do. However, Nate and I, things just never worked like that. When she let things slide, I also let things slide, because I could see that it's not what that situation was, just not giving. Let's sit down and let's have a conversation about it, and that's the energy that I got from her. And yeah, and I just kept it moving like that.
Please give us a plug for your swimwear.
Oh, it was that app. Hey, I'm so used to not mentioning brands. It's Shein, guys. That's where I ordered the swimwear, all of them.
Because a lot of people, they liked your swimwear.
Yeah. Oh, thank you. It was Shein. I don't know if it's Shein or Shein or hey now.
Okay. How are you well spoken? Most people, they've been asking about that. And who do you think you might remain friends with outside the house?
Okay. I don't know how am I well spoken. I'm gonna be very honest, but I guess it also just comes with, I read a lot, or I try and read a lot. So I'm a reader. I don't like keeping my mind to idle. Like, I like to read. So I believe reading really contributes to, being well spoken and just, articulating yourself well and just constantly learning, because an idle mind is not a good mind. So I love reading. Quite a few people from the house, honestly, like I believe I built a few genuine connections. Yes.
What field would Siphesihle like to pursue having this platform?
Man, definitely in the entertainment space is where I aspire to be, because I come from a corporate space. So I would love to go for media, your music, your radio, your acting, your presenting. However, like I say again, I would love to respect the fields very well. So I would love to receive the necessary training and skills and development in order for me to execute something pretty well. So yeah, that just kind of puts it all together.
But before I let you go, I forgot about this. This is very important for some people. Ask Siphesihle why she painted Ashley in a bad light to Guluva. Did she want him for herself?
Oh no, I think I was just really trying to understand. I just had my own questions, and I would never paint anyone in a bad light, guys, because at the end of the day, it's a matter of so much happens in the house, and certain things you just don't understand why they're where they are. So I think it's fair to ask questions, just to try and understand that, oh, this is why, and this is, and honestly, I've been saying in the house, and again, I don't know if that was even perceived, that what a genuine connection, what a beautiful genuine connection, So for me, it would never be trying to paint someone in a bad light, but it's just trying to understand, because sometimes, people are quite opposites, one is extremely bubbly and loud and one is extremely calm, and it's literally just trying to understand that how are you navigating this and how are you making it work. So it's never to paint Ash in any bad light, it's never to paint anyone in any bad light, honestly. That is just my truth on my side. Yeah.
Okay.
And no, I don't want to Sweet Guluva for myself, guys. I made it clear where I stood with the gentleman in the house.
Oh, so you didn't like anybody? Not even...
It wasn't like that for me. Okay. It wasn't that deep. Let me rather put it like that. It was not that deep at all.
Okay, thank you so much. But there's a lot that is coming in my mind again.
Yeah.
There's I don't know if it was an argument or it was just a debate in the house where you were talking about fat and set.
Yeah. I remember. That was funny.
Okay, that was funny as well, because what you call fat and set and what the other guys call fat and set is different, right? But what do you call fat and set?
Hey, clearly I don't understand it, because at this point I'm convinced who to fat and set, because for me, what I used to call fat and set until apparently I was educated is that we both have one place and we live together. Mm-hmm. And we have this apartment or this house, and we both clock in to this apartment or this house. And your ID is there, and my ID is there. And it's there. Everything is there. So for me, it didn't feel like fat and set, because I had my own place. He has his own place. His ID is that I don't even know where his ID is. Some of his personal stuff are not everything is by my side, and not everything of mine is by his side. So we still have our own spaces. However, because I said that we spend a lot of time together, I think that's what it made everyone feel like, if you guys are always together, then it's fat and set. So till this day, I need more education on this thing. I
spoken to him yet?
I don't know. Yeah, I have.
Is he proud of your game?
Very.
Okay, that's good. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you.
All the best.
I appreciate it.